All right, David, I wanted to make this video that way you can kind of look at it, know what your guys are walking into tomorrow. So as you can see, they have the soffit holes cut. So running the line down the soffit should be pretty straightforward. One thing, they got this cable line poked through the fucking ceiling. I don't know why they didn't fix that. I'd kind of like everything just to run up right here, and I can cut the cable line and redo it. I've got fittings and everything. Ideally, as you see this mess, this is the mess of conduit from before. One of it ran all the way down, and the other one, as you see, it ran down this pitch right here and goes over to these heaters that I have here. So if we could consolidate that conduit to where it's just one and, kind of goes up, makes it a little bit cleaner, I can just reroute the cable with it. If that's easier for you guys, if you need to run two pieces of conduit, I get it. I'm just saying, if we can just maybe bring it into one, maybe a thicker piece, that would probably be easier to you. We're kind of run straight up. Or we could maybe use that hole. That's up to you. But what I had before was, there is a smart switch that I kind of need to go before one of the lines, and I'll explain that when you get here tomorrow, because you got to run it on two lines because the heaters pull a lot more amperage, or that's what the last guy explained. But it needs to have, it needs to go over here. There's a plug, so we would have to come down this soffit, pop out here, put a plug in, that way my cameras can be fed. And then down here, again, all the soffit holes were there, so running the line down should be easy. And this is actually on the ground. This is the old conduit. So right about, I want to say right about here was this, and that's for some of my security lighting. So if we could kind of pop down right here and then mount that circular box, that way my security lighting would be there. And then we go down, and as you can see, that's the other part of it. It had an outlet right around here, and then it wrapped around the corner, and then that's where the other round one came out for the security lighting for this side of my house. If you need to pop down and come around the corner with a piece of conduit, that's fine. I understand that. I'm trying to be realistic, or I am realistic. I know, things can be aggravating and tricky on, when you don't have access to stuff. But, really, like I said, what I want is just, where, right here for the round box, just snake it in and then pop down and have it right there. And then the same over there, you can get it as close to the end as possible and just pop out. And like I said, if you need a little piece of conduit to go around the corner. And then over here, the guy cut for the porch, these are the heaters that I was talking about. So there's basically just an outlet right there and an outlet over here. The guy cut little holes here that should be enough in that channel for you to fish it down, because of the way the roof beams go. Obviously from there running it over, I don't know if your guys want to cut a channel, or honestly, if you can just, make sure it's in the ceiling down to this point, I'm fine with this part of conduit just being there. Not hugely stoked about it, but it's not going to be, that's not going to be something I'm going to lose my shit about. But what they're doing with this whole ceiling is they're coming back and putting brand new decking over top of this. So if if you guys had to cut more of a channel there or there, it's going to be covered, is the reason I say that. It's going to be covered with another sheet of plywood. So I'm just trying to let you see everything in case you need to pause it and, kind of look at it. That way you guys kind of have a game plan in the morning or whatever. And then one thing the guy did too was they broke this, and they did that. I don't know if that's a huge deal. I know this is probably a big deal as far as water seeping in there. If that could be replaced, great. And that doesn't even have to be replaced tomorrow. Maybe if, you could send the guys back in a week or so. You know, like this breaker panel in this box is old. I mean, I would like them consolidated at some point. You know, maybe that's something we could talk about for in the future. But again, I'll kind of span back, that way you can kind of see everything. You know, you can pause it if you need to. I apologize, this video is so damn long. I used to do wiring as far as like cable, and I did electrical for a while too, so I'm trying to make sure you guys are prepared, you know, anything I can do to help, because I appreciate you helping me out. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's not a terribly huge job. It's a little bit of a finesse job, because you know, you got to fish through the soffit holes. Just holler if you have any questions, buddy. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the morning.